Autumn has begun kissing some of the leaves in our area. We are nowhere near peak season yet, but you can see the beauty already beginning. Welcome, sweet friends, to the channel Frugal Money Saver. My name is Emmy. My husband is Paul. We're so happy you have joined us today. We're so happy that we waited till Friday morning, which is right now, to film this segment of our video. We wanted to see what would happen with the dock workers' strike. We knew we were going to address it, but we weren't sure if it was going to be settled or what was going to be happening. So instead of creating fear, we said, let's wait till Friday morning before we film this segment. As many of you know, the dock worker strike is over for now, at least till January 15th. So that is some really good news, especially for the holiday season. But what has this taught us yet again? Number one, don't panic. We tell you this all the time. When something like this happens, see where it's going. We were watching on the news people going right into panic buying mode. Right away, what was flying off the shelves? Paper goods, toilet paper, paper towels. In a real emergency, let me tell you, that's probably the last thing you're going to think you need. Paper goods are a convenience when you really think about it. What we need more is food and fresh water. Actually, the price of toilet tissue wouldn't have been affected. That is not something we generally import into this country. It's made here. So trucks all over were running, there would not have been a problem. But when people panic buy, that automatically makes the demand go up, which makes prices go up. So what should we be doing when we hear news like the dock workers strike? What we need to do is have a well-established pantry, food supply, and water supply before these things happen. Even if $5 a week you buy extra supplies for your pantry. This way, when something like the dock workers strike happens, you don't go, I got no food in the house. What am I going to do? No, you're going to be like, let's see where this goes. Some fresh fruit and vegetables would have been affected had this gone for a long period of time. So what do? Well, if you crave bananas every day, buy some bananas. Peel them and stick them in the freezer for smoothies, for baking. Think ahead. We need to look at these kind of situations with a clear head and also to be prepared. What we encourage you, take a little money every week, even if it's $5. And stock some canned goods, stock some tuna. You're going to see our haul today, and we're going to show you a little bit about that. When these items go on sale, and we have preached this, and yes, I'll say preach this, since day one. Buy those loss leaders that you know your family is going to eat. Don't buy things that no one's going to want or eat. That's a waste of money, and put them away. You could look at me and say, Emmy, I don't have that kind of storage. You don't need big storage areas. How about getting a bin and sticking it under your bed for non-perishables? How about a coat closet maybe you're not fully using? You could stock some items there. Again, I'm not telling you to go berserk. I'm just saying weekly, stock up a little bit here and there. Rotate your supplies so food is not going to waste. Now, how is the economy overall affecting us though? I have a half a container of olive oil left. You know we use a lot of olive oil in cooking, on salads, on vegetables, and we use good extra virgin olive oil. Good olive oil right now is about $60 a gallon. Let that sink in. $60 a gallon. I can tell you right now, we have cut back. Where before I wouldn't measure, I would just pour. Well, you know now, Emmy's being a little bit more careful about the amount she uses. It's about picking and choosing. And we are seeing this all over. Look at how high coffee has got. Dairy products. So what we do, we use less. And as we have always done, when these items do go on sale, we stock up on them. Going forward, Paul and I will continue to stock up, and we encourage you to do the same in a reasonable fashion so that you have enough food to last you. I get comments sometimes that says we're eating our freezer down or we're eating our pantry down. And my reply to those comments are usually, please don't let your food supply get too low ever. So much goes on all the time. We don't know what tomorrow is. And that's for all of us. We're all in this together. Remember that. But the thing is to be proactive about it. Slowly every week, add to your stockpile, rotate it, eat from it, and don't forget to date whatever you freeze. That's very important. Make sure you date it. Bring the older dates to the front, newer in the back. The same thing with your pantry. Very important. Now let's get to our small food haul. Paul and I, as you know, continue to stock up on loss leaders that we eat. We're not buying food that we don't eat. And we're going to show you in our haul today some things that were on sale that we bought to put away. So we want to share that with you now. This haul comes from ShopRite and a few items at the end from Stop and Shop. So the first thing I wanted to get in the house was unsalted saltine crackers. I like these if I am not feeling well. As you can probably hear from my voice right now, we are a little under the weather, but we're doing okay. With my homemade chicken broth, it just really hits the spot. I think I paid $2.49 for these. I have given up on dollar store batteries. Don't even get me started. The Rayovac 8-pack AAA was $1.99, so we picked up that. 2 pounds of dark brown sugar was $2.49. The Maxwell House coffee was $2.49. You are only allowed 1 can, but we picked that up. We like to use cottage cheese as a side dish with fruit sometimes, like if we're having a hamburger or something like that. And this is the 24-ounce bowl and basket, which is ShopRite's brand. And that was $3.49. Ridiculous. Very expensive. But, you know, it's pick and choose at this point, I guess. Daisy sour cream was $1.99. We picked up an extra one of those just to have in the refrigerator. Bowl and basket pumpkin. Now, this is 100% pumpkin, which is what I want. This is the larger can, 29 ounces. And they were $2.59. So we bought 2 of those. The escadole was $2.49 for a big bunch, and I am going to make my escadole and beans. I love that so much, and we haven't had it in a while. A package of whole carrots was $1.25. These were on sale. 3 pair of the Cool Dry Hanes socks. I'm thinking Christmas. They were 99 cents for 3 pair. These will go to my son under $2 for 6 pair of socks. Awesome. He's on his feet all day, so I'm hoping these will be really good for him. At that price, great stocking stuffer. We needed jelly. We have eaten through all our homemade jelly. 32 ounces, which is 2 pounds. We got this for $3.49. I thought that was a fairly decent price for 2 pounds of preserves. Now, tuna, the Bumblebee solid white tuna, you could get it in vegetable oil or water. This is wild caught, dolphin safe, all that great stuff. If you bought 12 cans, it was $1 a can. You can best believe we bought 12. That is an amazing price for the solid white tuna. Tutto Rosa. If you bought 12 cans, they were $1 a can. So we mixed and matched. What I do when I make my sauce is 1 can of no salt added, and then I use 1 can of regular. and it just works out perfectly. Also from ShopRite, we got 5 pounds of the Carolina Gold rice. We are almost out of rice, and we are pretty brand specific with Carolina Gold. It's just a really, really good rice. Then our pizza for the freezer. We haven't had one in a while because they have not been on great sale. $2.99. Woo! So this is for the night when I don't feel like cooking. We have a $2.99 frozen pizza with a salad. We're heading over to Stop and Shop now, where they had some meat markdown. Premio sweet Italian sausage. This is 1.5 pounds, $3.64. We bought 2 of them. Now I am going to tell you something. I am opening these up immediately, and we are going to smell them, because the other day we bought something that was marked down in the meat department and it was bad. So I am learning now. Don't just take a package of marked down meat and put it in the freezer. Open it up, smell it, repackage, make sure it's good, because if not, I have my receipt. We're going right back. We have 1/2 pound of ground beef in the freezer. This was regularly $4.69 a pound, marked down to $3.99 a pound. With the digital coupon, $2.99 a pound. Not amazing, but I like to keep ground beef in the home to make meatballs and hamburgers. I forgot to share this with you as well from Stop and Shop. This is 10 ounces of Bob's Red Mill sesame seeds. So excited. And they were marked down to $2.49 a package, which is a great price for sesame seeds. And they are both good till June of 2026. This was such a score for me. I will have a great time with these during the holidays, making the Italian sesame cookies.
Well, it's all packaged up, ready for the freezer. Our trusty little machine works great. The sausage was great. Everything smelled good. It's fresh. The meat was fresh. So this is all proportioned and ready for the freezer, so we don't have to run out and buy it when it's not on sale. Great way to save and prepare food for the future.
Just some simple foods, make good nutritious meals out of. If you saw our haul coming back from Lancaster, you know we have tons of cheese in the freezer. We have tons of apples still. We have carrots. We have all kinds of good vegetables. And we have tons of eggs. About a week or 2 ago, 30 count eggs at Acme were $4.99. Well, you can bet we bought them. And guess what? They're on sale this week, starting today at Acme. $4.99 with a digital coupon for those 30 eggs yet again. So it's such a great price. It's time to get into the kitchen. We're always encouraging you to make whole, good foods. This recipe is perfect for the cool weather. It is so delicious. And if you want to leave out the little extras that we added, by all means, go ahead and do that. But we're going to get into the kitchen now, and we are going to make a warm Amish-style baked oatmeal. You see this beautiful pan? In a few minutes, it is going to be filled with a warm, cozy baked oatmeal recipe. Here's what we're working with today. You're going to need 1 beaten egg, 1/4 cup of melted butter that you have cooled, 1/2 cup of brown sugar, 1.5 cups of rolled oats, 1/2 cup of milk. We're going to need some cinnamon. We're going to need some pure vanilla, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and about 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And to make it even more delicious, we're adding 1/4 cup of mini chocolate chips and 1/4 cup of raisins. Of course, you do not have to do this, but even without the add-ins, this one is a total win. We put our 1.5 cup oats in our mixing bowl. We're going to add our brown sugar. We're going to add a teaspoon of cinnamon and our baking powder and salt. And I'm just going to mix this together. We're going to add our melted butter that has been cooled, 1 beaten egg, 1/2 cup of milk. Always scrape your containers, and about 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. I will link the original down below, but as you know, I always tweak it. Now we're going to give this a good mix. Make sure you stop, scrape down the sides, get everything in there, and you're only beating it for like 30 seconds, not long. You just want to incorporate everything. Paul just asked if this was too wet. Now you have to remember this is oatmeal, so we need it wet. It's got to absorb this moisture and cook. We did half this recipe. We're going to add our little bit of chocolate chips and raisins in. Now we're going to be baking this, so I'm going to tell you, get something else ready to go in the oven. Maybe you need to bake some cookies or some brownies or some baked potatoes or a casserole, whatever it is, use that oven heat. Don't waste it. Mix this all together well into our pie plate. So I just flattened this out and you can see already the oats are absorbing all that wonderful liquid. I'm gonna bake it in the preheated 350-degree oven for about 20 minutes. I read the reviews and some people said to keep an eye on it. You just want the top to brown and the oats to cook. So we're gonna try it first at 20 minutes. So let's get this right into the oven. We had it in for 20 minutes and it definitely was not cooked. It's been 30 minutes now and it looks like it's done perfectly. How cute is this spoon? Oh my goodness, I love it. So we're gonna take a scoop of this. Oh yeah. This looks wonderful. It smells like a giant oatmeal cookie. Now the way we like to serve ours, come on over here and we'll show you. I'm also going to throw a couple of sliced bananas in there. Did you ask for a better breakfast than this, honestly? And now the way I like it is just with a little bit of cold milk poured on top. Now this is a spoonful of warm comfort on a cold, chilly morning. When our son heard I made baked oatmeal, he was like, oh, you know that's my favorite. So of course I'm gonna have to share some with him as well, which we always do anyway. But this is one of his favorite food. It's so simple, yet so delicious. So give that one a try. Question of the day. Do you buy food weekly to put away? Like, do you take a certain amount of money or do you see something on sale and put it away? Is that the way you shop? Or do you shop on a week-to-week basis, like buy just what you need? I know a lot of people shop both ways, so I'd be curious to hear what you all do when it comes to food shopping and stocking up. So just share that with us down below. I know it will not only encourage us, but our viewers as well. We thank you so much again for being here. We ask that you please give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Come on in, be part of our family. We ask you to be well. We ask you to be safe. And above all, we wish you blessings. Until our next video, may God greatly bless you.